If you like sneakers and you like dope shit, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. Don't wait. Don't put it off. Right now. Seize the moment. You can do it.
Carpe diem.
I believe in you. Okay, I'm a little dramatic, but subscribe. Subscribe. Before we get started with today's video, I still have people hitting me up about the Navy Uncivilized hoodie, asking about the details. So here it is. March 3rd, this Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, $55, MrFomerSimpson.com. Yes, we do ship internationally. I think that is everything.
I think so.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
I'll tweet out a link on Twitter. I will have a link in my bio on Instagram when the stuff goes live at 12 p.m. And just for a little bit of a heads up, they are more limited than the gray hoodies, and those went pretty fast. So if you want one, if you want a hoodie, make sure you are on the site ready to go at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, and I think you should be able to get one. Okay, now that that's out of the way, we did a video about a month ago, 5 sneakers I regret buying, and it got a ton of comments. And since we did that video, I've had people hitting me up almost daily asking for a part 2. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If people like my regrets, my suffering, my L's, I'm taking L's and people seem to like it. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's harsh. It's a harsh world out there.
It's a cold world, man. But I am a man of the people. We are men of the people.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
So here it is. 5 more sneakers I regret buying. Part 2. Number 1. The acronym Nike Air Force 1 Downtown High SP. Major hype beast moment here. The truth of the matter is, and I knew as soon as I opened the box, not for me. It's just not, and I've seen people absolutely get saucy in them, but it's just not really my style. I don't think I'm really going to be able to pull them off. I just kind of got them to get them, if that makes sense. I love the Special Force Air Force ones. I just got the desert camos. I had the black pair that Nike sent me. I really, really dig that. But something about these, they're just not for me. I don't know if it's the material switch from like the leather to the nylon. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's a sneaker that it was just an impulse buy, and it was definitely, I just kind of let the hype of the whole acronym thing kind of get to me. But regret. I regret. Number 2, the infamous Jordan 12 wings. What a shit show these turned out to be. Now, if you're not kind of familiar with what happened, I got this shoe a few days early, and everything was cool until the information came out that there was actually gold wings if you rubbed off the black paint on the side. Now, when we first did the video, I didn't know that. Nobody had that information except for the Jordan brand people. So, of course, when that came out, people started screaming, fakes, fakes, fakes. The funny part about it was, if they were fake, I would have been the first one to admit it. I would have done a video. Yo, they got me. They sold me fakes. I would have got my money back. End of story. But I think sometimes people just like to scream that something is fake. So it is what it is. I get that. I get it comes with the territory, especially if you're getting a sneaker a little bit before the release. So we did a second video, and we rubbed alcohol on the side of the shoe, and you could clearly see the wings underneath and everything. And then people kind of switched their tune a little bit, and people were like, oh, hey, sorry, or whatever. But so it is a really dope sneaker, but because of the headache that came with it, it is definitely a sneaker I regret buying. Number 3, the Kobe 7 Poison Dart Frog. It's a pretty cool sneaker. It's not a sneaker I'd wear casually. It's more of a basketball sneaker. But here's why I regret it. My brother and I were coming back from Orlando really, really late at night, or really early in the morning, however you want to look at it. Saturday morning, basically. We had watched a Knicks Magic game. So we were headed back to Tampa, and a friend of mine hit me up and was like, hey, we're at the mall, we're camping out. This was a little bit before the camping got really, really crazy and everything went to raffle. It's funny to think about that people were camping for the Easter pack. now and you see everything that sits.
Yeah.
But so we stopped by initially just to say what's up and just to basically say hello for a minute. And we ended up talking and laughing and ended up it being like, I don't know, like 7 in the morning. And we were just like, we didn't wait that long. It ended up being a few hours. But by the time it was 7, we were just like, hey, might as well just stay here and grab them. So we camped for poison dart frogs. That's an L. That's
not great.
That's an L. So definitely a regret. Number 4 is a Nike ID Cork Air Force One that I did. Don't get me wrong, I really, really like the shoe. It's kind of more of a collector's piece almost. I don't know. I've had it, when do we do those? A couple years ago?
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
So I made them a couple years ago and have not worn them, not even one time, not even for 1 minute. And I kind of pride myself on wearing sneakers. I mean, that's what they're for. I don't have, you know, this huge, amazing display or anything like that. You know, I'd say out of every sneaker I own, I'd say currently I maybe have 3 or 4 pairs that are dead stock, maybe 5 pairs dead stock out of everything that I own. So, and those are one of them. So that just lets me know it's not a shoe that I'm wearing. And there's even been a couple times where I've been like, you know what? Let me wear the Cork Air Force Ones, and it just it never really comes to be. So I don't know. It's just a lot of us have too many sneakers. I'm guilty of it. I have way too many sneakers. But when you're wearing them, even if it's, you know, once every few months, if you're wearing them, you're like, okay, I'm wearing it. With the sneaker that gets no spins, that never touches the concrete, that is the epitome of unnecessary. It's just collecting dust. So the Cork Air Force Ones, regret. And last but not least, number 5, the Jordan 1 Shattered Backboards. Again, a sneaker I really, really like. I like them a lot. They did a fantastic job. It's a dope colorway. The quality is phenomenal. I'm going to tell you why I regret it. Because I paid way too much for them. I think it was $450 if I'm not mistaken. And I rarely pay over retail for sneakers. But I was so thirsty to get them. I was disappointed that I missed out on them and when they released. And so it's kind of like you act off of emotion, which is something that I normally don't do. You guys have heard me say a lot, patience saves pockets. Well, this was an incident where I did not take my own advice. And the very next day after I paid for them, I had a chance to get them for retail. I could have hit the dude up and been like, yo, refund me, whatever, whatever. But I don't like to do that. Once I make a deal with somebody, I like to honor that. And so that's what I did. So paid over double retail for them, way too much. And when I've done that, I feel like it either goes one of two ways. I'm either like, I paid a ton for these, so I am going to wear them every single day and get my money's worth and beat the crap out of them like I did with the Jordan 1 Jeters, or like the Shattered Backboards, I'm like, oh, I paid way too much for them. It was way over what the market value even was, and I could have got them for cheaper, and you know, and then I don't end up wearing them. So it and that's the way that it went with the Shattered Backboard. So live and learn, I guess, but definitely another regret. So there you have it, 5 more sneakers I regret buying. I have way too many sneakers, like I mentioned, a lot of us do. And I think you can fall into the habit, I've said this before, but I think you can fall into the habit of, oh, I haven't bought anything in a while, or, you know, every week, even if there's nothing that you're crazy about, you gotta have it. And it's kind of like this it's an addiction basically. Would you agree with that? That it kind of becomes a little bit of an addiction. Obviously, I'm much worse with it than you are.
Yeah, you could say that.
How is it watching
an addict?
An addict from afar?
And the worst part is, somewhere deep down,
Stop!
I still love you.
Stop!
Somewhere deep down in my heart, I still love you.
I've kind of been like that with a lot of things. Food, ice cream, specifically, pastries, Yeah. Anyways, it is what it is. I know I'm not going to solve that problem right now, but I think when you are a little bit removed from things and you look back, you can definitely see that one I didn't need, that one I wasn't crazy about, that one I paid too much for, that one was not really up to par. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm sure I have a few more regrets in the stash, but these were 5 more that pretty much jumped out like, pick me, you regret me. Is there anything else? Do you have anything else to say? No?
No.
So, if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button. Really does go a long way. We will be right back here tomorrow. We have a ton of sneakers. We got a ton of packages. I don't know. We'll be back tomorrow with another video. See you then. Foamy buckets, we're out of here.
Yeah.
You're sleeping on the job over here, man.
No, I'm looking at the camera. I didn't know you were trying to have a convo.
Yeah, okay.